It's not set in the zoo anymore, is it?
No. We blew the zoo up and ran off.
Got bored of the zoo, didn't we?
Yeah. But we took some of the characters and moved to Dalston, where we live with a shaman and a gorilla.
Took Bolo, the gorilla, with us.
And a boo.
And
that's where we live now.
in a flat.
Not in the post office.
No. We thought about the post office, but I thought it'd be a bit simpler if it was in a flat, like the monkeys or the young ones or something. So yeah, zoo's gone. They have sort of extensions of our own characters, but there's a big crossover. I like jazz. Julian likes sweets.
I like pop music and sweets. Bright colours and
I suppose there's a bit of both of them and both of us, really. But they're pretty similar to how we are in real life, in a way.
I'm obsessed with jazz. And
you're obsessed with jazz fusion, aren't you? I'm obsessed with Mick Jagger. And chewy sweets.
my sausages are coming up on me again.
It was a risk, wasn't it?
That one has sausages before
I
it.
just wolfed down a load of sausages.
See, Vince would never eat sausages. Vince eats flying saucers. No, we did make a lot of changes. We made a lot of visual changes. There's we're using lots of animation and back projection. So the overall look of the show is much more magical and arty.
Like a cartoon.
We used Tim Hope. He does pop videos for REM and Coldplay.
He's animated himself.
He's animated. Yeah, his animation's all over it, isn't it? So it kind of has a bit more of a look. The look we've been trying to achieve. That was the hardest thing, to get something that suits our sort of ideas.
And what kind of look were you trying to achieve?
A kind of slightly magical, atmospheric, stylized, slightly spooky, otherworldly look.
We're kind of into the way it looks as much as the jokes and the music as well. So,
yeah, something for the music, because we really like, obviously, the music. People really like the music from the first series, so we wanted to up the visuals so that they could match the power of the music. Because he does pop videos, he was perfect, really. He got involved in a lot of the musical sequences with some animation, which really takes them on another level, I think. We played a gig in a fisherman's pub, a pub full of old sort of fishermen, weather-beaten, sea-smashed fishermen with sort of big beards and big sort of Aran jumpers. And we did a gig, a kind of funkadelic stroke parliament gig. We basically got hold of the funk, I won't tell you how, but got hold of the funk, and Naboo, Bono, Hal and Vince do a gig in this little fisherman's pub, and all the fishermen are dancing. And that was really good fun, to dress up like Parliament or Funkadelic, and everyone was dancing. There was a woman made of shells, there was a naan bread dancing, there were all these old fishermen. It was pretty good, and it was a really small pub, so it was a bit like a party. It was great that we were doing a gig at. That was my favourite scene, and the energy was really high, and the music was really good, so everyone got into it.
There's a scene at the end of one of the episodes where I get to do a really long guitar solo for about 5 minutes. So that's fulfilling my childhood dream. And
which episode's that?
The Priest and the Beast.
Oh, at the end, yeah.
But we used to have a big celebration in this Mexican town, and there was that.
Roger Daltrey was in that.
Roger Daltrey was there.
So you got to watch Julian's solo.
Yeah,
so not
solo
only
for
did
Daltrey.
you get to do a solo, but you got one of the members of the Who to watch that.
Yeah. Was his son there? Was that his son?
No, his son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
He
said it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was quite good for me.
So
also we were surrounded by lots of women dancing, and Noel was playing bongos.
Really badly.
I can't play bongos.
I was playing a bongo player, but it was so out of time.
I had an enormous afro and a long dress on, and I was just freaking out.
So you did it really well, and I did it really badly.
That's all right.
I tried to say to Daltrey, and he walked away.
He gave you no credence after
Well, he'd been, hanging out with Keith Moon, someone who can really play the drums, and then I couldn't play at all.
Well, Noel said, you're working with my brother, or you're not working at all, so I had to get in. Didn't we?
Yeah.
You had to work with him.
Like the White Stripes. Are we brothers, or are we
lovers?
No one really knows.
No one thinks you're lovers, though, do they?
No? No.
You and the book?
I'm going to start that room and put it out on the internet.
Yeah.
No, he just is one of those people that is really funny but doesn't know why he's funny. He just says stuff and everyone cracks up. He goes, what? And he's got a lisp which is hilarious, a South London lisp. This is bullshit, flipping hell. He's like that all the time, which we found hilarious, so we just...
We did know impressions of him for ages, didn't we?
We just wrote him into the show, didn't we?
Yeah.
He came on tour with us in Australia when we toured Melbourne Comedy Festival, and him and his best mate Pete, who they kind of grew up together, and there's quite a big age difference between me and Mike, so I used to look after them in the summer holidays. They used to get right on my nerves. But, so I sort of had known them for years, and then now they're both in the show, it's quite funny. But, yeah, he just sort of wrote him in, and then his character just sort of took on a life of its own. Everyone really likes the Boo. I don't really know anyone that says, don't really like that shaman in it. Everyone's like, is that a shaman? He's got quite a weird style of acting, kind of non-acting style, which people seem to relate to. So, I mean, it started to work for the plots as well, didn't it? It started to work for the stories, his character. Us living with a shaman was quite powerful, wasn't it, in the end? So he started getting bigger and bigger parts.
He's a star now.
Yeah, soon enough he's going to take
supporting
over.
him.
And then he'll cut us off, won't he? Once he's taken over. Bob Fossell, Rich Fulcher.
Rich Fulcher, he's a powerful force.
He's one of the strangest men in the world.
One of the strangest men you'll ever meet.
He's hilarious though.
His brain's wired up a bit weird.
He's quite odd. He's the fun. He makes us laugh probably more than anyone else in the world. He's a bit like an enigma though. Trying to catch what he does on film is quite tricky because he's so good live and in life. It's almost a shame to put him on film.
So he's back, but he's not running the zoo anymore.
He's playing a host of characters, isn't
Yeah, he's playing various people. He's playing a sort of really small rebel leader who's blue.
From another planet.
Yeah, an alien rebel. He's playing...
A trapper, a kind of Grizzly Adams type trapper called Kodiak Jack.
What else? He's playing a fisherman.
That sort of artist.
All his characters are insane in the show.
He's pretty good in it though.
Yeah.
What else is he playing? Oh, Bingo Caller. Really old Bingo Caller, which is really funny. He's doing a lot of dancing, which he's really good at. And then Bolo is played by one of our best mates, Dave Brown. He used to be a diver in Australia and a graphic designer. He's done many things, hasn't he? And he's playing Bolo. He's really good physical, kind of. He was in our third live show. He's quite a good physical performer. So he's playing Bolo, the ape. So that was quite a nightmare for him because the costume wasn't designed in a way that would allow him to breathe and act at the same time. But he kept nearly passing out. We had to have a sort of medic on call 24
He did
hours.
faint once.
He did, and then he couldn't get up and drive home. And the paramedic had to stand with him for 2 hours. Which was a bonus. That used to make me laugh. The fact that he was dying in his suit, slowly dying as a gorilla. He was a man trapped in a gorilla suit.
He lost a lot of weight though on that shoot.